will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Oklahoma State's offense will take the field first. Oklahoma rolled in the last Bedlam matchup, blowing out the Cowboys.
Oklahoma showed up, and they were ready to roll on all cylinders, offensively, defensively, and on special teams. And they're going to try and match that intensity in this game.
And there's nothing worse than being a player in a rivalry game and having to watch last year's game, and you got absolutely demolished. And coaches are pointing it out all week. These Cowboys, they're looking for some revenge.
They'll run the toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. They kick it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be a...
Turning it on! Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in a game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer
Sooner!
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'd be forcing it a little bit.
Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it.
Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Bunch formation for these receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Snags it! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. Now, as a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past him off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma State. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 7 over Colorado. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear them.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Adams. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown Sooners! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Here's a heat. And down he goes back at the 3.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's Payne. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Oklahoma has dominated this rivalry, guys, so much so that it almost seems like just a relief to the Sooners when they win.
Up to this point, Reese, no doubt. Oklahoma, they have owned this series against their in-state rival. But, David, you know, in rivalry games, you got to throw the records out the window because of the emotion that's played on game day.
So much emotion, so much hatred. You throw it out because, listen, you got nothing to lose. Everybody expects Oklahoma to win this game every year. So if I'm the Cowboys, I can take chances, try to make plays, try to make something good happen early.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Here comes the heat. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Payne. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This rivalry dates back to 1904, and the story goes, guys, that the ball got loose once, rolled down a hill, went into a creek, and both teams went in there and fought for it.
And isn't that just what rivalry should be about? We'll fight you. We'll meet you anywhere, in a creek, wherever. We know, Jesse, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, they don't like each other.
Put your face in the fan, put your face in the creek and get that football. I love that. And this really is a storied tradition between these two schools. You don't necessarily have to be from the state of Oklahoma to appreciate that. When Oklahoma State plays Oklahoma, man, that is must-watch TV.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the 1st half.
you find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Well, the defender looked like he ran that route for the QB. He was anticipating where the football was going to. Great job plucking it. Just couldn't get a foot back in bounds. Otherwise, that's a pick.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else in the ball.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the Bedlam bell on the line, and already the Sooners and Pokes have given us some impressive moments. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State plays out.
Cowboys will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The errant 45-yard field goal try sets them up with the football on their own 28. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. To the ground with the back. Touchdown Sooner! And the route is on. The Sooner schooner is rolling in high gear as Oklahoma has built a big lead.
And, man, what a great job by this offense later in this ball game as we get in this second half, Jesse. Now they're putting the pressure back on the Cowboys on the other side.
And it just feels like Oklahoma is the team that's been able to handle the emotions the best. They were able to get themselves settled, I think, earlier in this game, playing within themselves. And here they are now in the second half, and the Sooners are pulling away.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the
ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And now on second down for this offense. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell, pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front creating a pass.
They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to swing it on second down. Lofts one high and deep. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Rides the back on the option to give. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. He was hoping for a little more running. Able to get him down at the 45. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. On the run, it's Payne. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. He's taking the shot. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown Sooners. Go ahead and have it day at the wideout position. You stack up some games like this, and you can take down D.D. Westbrook's record of 17 touchdowns in a season.
And I just want to play in this offense if I'm a receiver across the country. I know every year Oklahoma's going to spread the ball around, throw it around. You're going to have plenty of opportunities, and he is cashing in those opportunities with just touchdown, touchdown, touchdowns.
This drive will open from the 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They knock. But he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Tollefson. They get to him as he throws. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback keeper. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Slithers into space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch. It's Adams. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes. Play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen. Now you got to swing it back your way.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. On the ground, it's Young. Spins away from the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Dropping back, it's Mendez. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Turning it on. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. It's Mendez. Gets it out quickly.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful.
Breaks into the open. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Hull. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get them.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. From the gun, the ground game. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Running a screen pass on 3rd down can be feast or famine, and people going hungry after that one.
Yeah, defense, great job in a critical down and distance on 3rd down, anticipating that this offense may try to sneak one by him on that screen pass. Nothing happening there.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. To throw, it's Hall. Dumps it off in the flats. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. All out of space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Still deep in their own territory, 2nd and 6 from the 15. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, hey, listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
5 yards on the play. Brings up a
So once again, Oklahoma adds another one to the win column as they come out victorious in Bedlam.